Welcome back to the final video of the 5-part series on how to use Revit on the seismic design team. And in this final video, I'm going to go over file sharing and inserting files into different Revit models. And kind of the reason I want to go over this is that from now, if you have one person modeling one tower, that one person can do everything I showed now and be able to use, say, copy paste or the array tool to make a tower on their own. It might take a little bit long because they'll have to do a lot of cutting, but they'll be able to make, that 20-story or 21-story tower fairly well. But if you ever come into the situation where you have more than one person doing Revit for the year, or you want to copy paste things, but without having to go back and recut everything and, have that copy paste process go more smooth, you might be looking into kind of file sharing and inserting. So today I'll show you kind of how that works. So as of right now, as I promised, I made the other two sets of braces, did a little bit of quality assurance as well, just going back at every brace to see if it was cut properly, if it was sized properly and everything. I think I'd missed one or two in last video, but that's all right. Just make sure you have good kind of quality assurance and quality control whenever you're doing this kind of stuff. It doesn't take that long. It's really not that bad, but it's just a matter of doing it. So how would I go through the process of, say, separating out tasks to build a very large tower and combining the work of multiple different people into the same tower? Well, the way you would do that is that if you look at the insert page, you can insert other Revits into your current model so that you can, say in the real world, your structural engineers would have a structural model that they would update every so often when loads differ or whatever. Your architects might have a different models. Your HVAC guys might have a different model, and many people might have to work on these at the same time. And then everything should be brought back to kind of a master copy. And that's kind of what we're looking at doing here. So let's minimize ourselves out of here. And as of now, whenever you click Control S in Revit, it makes like a separate little folder with all kind of the past versions of your Revit. And then we have the one that I'm using right now. So let's look at this one, 003. On it, at least by how the picture looks, it should have our floor plan. So let's go check that out. In the meantime that it opens, I'm going to create a folder on my desktop for this file sharing example. There we go. Let's bring everything into here. Files open, sure. Okay, that's okay. So, did it open? Yep, okay, here it is. So, if I wanted to take this floor plan, copy paste it into the current model that I have so I can copy paste it, I would have to first delete all of the things that aren't the floor plan. So I'll delete column, base plate, everything. Granted, deleting the columns kind of messes with the justifications of the floors. So let's just go fix that really quick. It's nothing terrible. Nothing you have to be too concerned about. Here we go. Let's double check that I'm doing this properly. That one went to the corner. Therefore on this side it doesn't go into the corner. Yep. Oh, that goes into the corner. Therefore it does not go into this corner. Therefore this one that is highlighted does not go into the corner. And this one stays flat here. Okay. And everything else should be still defined properly through my reference planes and my Y justifications, and that's all nice and dandy as we're looking at here. Okay. So If I save this file here, let's click Control S. You have specified a backup file. Do you want to save tutorial? No. I want to save this. And I'll save it as, maybe the save as is back here. No, it's not. Okay, whatever, that's fine. Let's go check out how I saved it. Here it is. This should be the file that I saved. And this is its copy. Let's not have the copy. Goodbye. And let's leave this alone so that I can put it in the folder. All right, and then everything else that she opened is just a tutorial tower. That's amazing. Let's put that in here. No, not this. Let's actually close this as well. Hit Control S. And we'll put it in that folder as well, just to make stuff easy. Here we go. All right. So I want to insert this tutorial tower 0003 into my normal tutorial tower master copy, since it is the floor plan. So let's do that. Let's call it floor plan. Floor plan of tutorial tower. And let's go see if we can do that. So let's open up tutorial tower. Revit, as always, is going to take its sweet time. But that's all right. Maybe if I was a little bit better with video editing, I would skip this part. But no, you guys get to wait. You're welcome. Come on. Although I'm sure in the YouTube video, you could probably just skip to the part where the tower loads in, which is probably a better idea. All right, here it is. So, realistically, I should be able to insert a Revit file from my desktop from the tutorial folder. Oh, libraries, file sharing examples, sorry. And floor plan of tutorial tower. Let's put it in. And that should have worked, I presume. This one instance of this already exists, could be invisible because the link is unloaded. Continue will create a new instance of this link. Do you want to continue? No. Okay. Let's see. Is this link anywhere? Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay. Sorry for being a little bit slow. But it is in fact there. So let me bring back my beam. My beam's back. Let's cycle through till we find what we're looking for. There you go. So if I bring this up, aha, you'll see this is the file that we just linked through, and it is our entire floor plan already done and made. So what we should be able to do is put it back to where it belongs and then copy paste it at every 3 inches, or use the array tool and do the same thing. So let's go to the east view. Hopefully with that sucker still underlined. Yeah, you can see it is still underlined because there are way too many blue grid lines. And we will use the array tool. So to use the array tool, it's just a matter of clicking array. It'll ask you the number of floor plans that you want. So I will say I want 20. And I want them to start from here. And I want them to go 3 inches up. Bang. And there should be the creation of all of my 20 floor plans worry-free. Granted, it's taking some time to load. As you can see, the bottom bar is going absolutely crazy. We're 50% of the way there. But that is well worth it, rather than clicking the cutting tool 50 million times. There it is. So let's go check that out in the 3D view. Because now your elevation view is going to be absolutely ruined with grid lines. But that's all right. I'm not too worried about that. Let's check this out. Aha. Here are all of the floor plans that we would have liked. All there, all amazing. That is absolutely great. So now let's redefine our columns such that they go all the way to the top, and then we can do this kind of same file sharing strategy for the braces, and we'll be done this tower. So let's go view, UI, user interface, properties. Yippee. Top level, level 21, because that is the answer of 9 plus 10, if you were wondering. I could just type level 21, I presume. Yep. Level 21. And I have to rotate around a little bit. Level 21. There you go. There you go. Oh, I'm missing a floor. That's all right. Let's go make it now. I should have done 21 floors instead of the number of floors that I made. That's all right. It does take a while to load now, though. Panning down to where I've got to be. There you go. This guy. Control C, Control V. I'm going up 3 inches. 3. Boom. And there it is. There it is. 3D view. Amazing. And as you can tell, all of the snipping has been carried along with my file, which is absolutely great. And in the event that this floor plan does change, I only have to go change it in the other file, and everything will automatically update here as well, which is another pretty decent trick with this. So let's hit Control S, and let's go make a version with the little braces. So minimize that. Tutorial tower is the one we just did. Therefore, we can probably use tutorial tower 01, as it should have the braces in it as our file that will be shared. Let's just double check that though. All right. So this is tower 01. Looking at level 1. What do we see? What do we see? Nope. Let's not use this one. Maybe 003 or 0003. Basically, the only thing I have to do is look for a Revit file that has the braces already defined. Realistically, if you are working in a group of people, you would have one file mark out all the columns, and then you could send out that file to everyone on your team, and then one person would make kind of the bottom set of braces on that file. One person would make maybe a different set of braces on that file. Someone else might make, say, the floor plan on that file. And then once all those three are done, you can just insert link, insert link, insert link into the master and copy paste to your heart's desire. So let's try to go find a file with those on it. And once we do, I can show you exactly how it works. Granted, I probably should have had all this stuff open already, but this kind of more slow step-by-step shows you exactly how it's done. %, 10%, okay. Little story time. Whenever you're making a Revit file, you can make a model file or you can make a project file. It's not something that I'll show you how to make. It's not something that you have to worry yourself with. But if you come to the realization that the file that you're trying to insert into another isn't inserting, that is because you have it saved as the wrong type of file. Because only one of those, model or project, actually works for inserting. And if memory serves me right, the one that works is project. It's not something you'll ever see, hopefully. It's not something I'll show you, but definitely a little nugget of information that might help. So again, I'm repeating the same process that I did before. I'm deleting everything that I do not need. So the base plate, the columns, and in this case, the floor plan, because I'm keeping the braces. I will click Control S. You have specified a backup file. Do you want to save to tutorial tower? No, I do not. And I will take whatever of this is saved, and that is what I'm going to link into the larger file. So let's get out of here. This should be the file that I want to look at. Let's rename it Braces of the Tutorial Tower. I can probably feel free to delete these three. They're of no use anymore. So let's open Tutorial Tower, do the exact same thing that I did before, input them in, use your array tool, copy paste everything, and that will be a 21 floor tower completely modeled in probably less than an hour by one person. So you can definitely see how, even though a competition tower might be slightly more complicated, modeling in Revit really should not be a very lengthy task for our design team. So the quicker we can get this done and done properly, the quicker we can start constructing things, sending kind of everything that we need to go laser cut, starting to fabricate pieces of wood, start assembling really as quickly as we can, because even though modeling is important, every day that you spend modeling is a day that you are not spending, say, cutting wood or assembling the tower, which is essentially kind of quote unquote the more important bit of construction. And I say important, fully well knowing the importance of making sure that all your pieces of wood stick together on your Revit and you are able to communicate them properly, or communicate your intentions for construction properly using a 3D model. But hey, so back to our model we go. Let's insert our other file, copy paste, and we'll be good. So file sharing example, I want my braces. They should be somewhere here now. If I cycle through with tab, yep, here it is. Go to the east elevation. It is loading. Sorry, my laptop is incredibly slow. although doing these very large operations also is quite intensive. But that's all right. It's well worth it. Very, very, very well worth it. So let's go find my braces. Usually the properties should say linked file. Multiple members selected. That's not right. Let's see if I delete this and then click on that. No. No, if I delete this, click on that. No. Click on this. Aha, here it is. All right. Sorry, sometimes all the members overlap each other and I find it quite hard to find the actual linked model. But that should be all right. Let's use the array tool once again. This time instead of defining 20, I'll do 21. And I'll pick my proper 3-inch offset. Let's check out how that goes. Again, you can see at the bottom, everything is still processing. So let's not touch anything. And then once it's done, we'll go look at the 3D model. And everything should be done. Ooh, there you go. 3D model. And everything has been complete, as you can tell. A 21-story tower, fully designed, fully built, in 5 videos, probably totaling maybe just over an hour by one person. So hopefully these videos have been of good help to you. I know this is the start of kind of how you're learning to use Revit, so feel free to kind of ask other people on the team who might be more experienced with the software. If some things don't go right, if some things are missing, I know there are always hiccups that will show up in other people's computers that I might not have found, but it's definitely something worth racking your brain on for a little bit. So again, I was Sasha. Thank you very much for your attention, and good luck at this year's competition.